And it was like, he's buying it, and it's so great that he's buying it because I want to win this game. But I think my heartbeat has been at 110 this entire time.
Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety.
And I'm so exhausted from having to do this and having to treat everything like, if we don't do this properly, it's all just gonna like, it's not gonna work out properly. We need to do this thing so we can win. And I could see the line, and I was like, please just believe me. Please just believe me. Like, like, yeah, no.
The only lies I'm really any good at telling are the ones where I very confidently say something like, oh yeah, the difference between a cog and a gear is the amount of empty space in the center. It's that kind of thing. That's it. Anything else?
Was that a lie though? You were right.
Carrie,
I didn't know.
Can you take the bus?
Yeah.
My contact lens has now fallen out, like I said it was going to at some point.
Great.
Yes. So
Let's
if you could take
rotate
the
the
bus,
eyeballs.
do you have it?
I have the bus.
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna help each find a contact.
I can't find it. It's not in here.
Okay.
If I ever say a lie that's not that kind of just bold-faced, very silly, like obviously stupid thing, then I end up apologizing for it immediately. I just don't like doing it. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be good at it. I don't like it.
It's that thin line of sarcasm where, like, you say something kind of as a joke and then someone just believes you.
Yeah.
And then you have to be like, oh, no, actually, I told you a lie. I assumed. I'm too guileless, apparently.
Or like, yeah, Daniel, I said I forgot to clean the cat box, but actually I was just tired and I didn't want to. I'm sorry. I didn't forget. I just made the conscious choice not to. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said I forgot.
Having a no spoons day.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is...
Is Beej still on the ground?
No, Beej, we found it.
Okay.
Status update on that contact lens. We did find it. He's gotten to go clean it because the floor is I mean, it should get cleaned.
Yeah.
It's been out of his eye, and we're not really sure how many
Only the
different
finest.
surfaces it touched on the way down.
My favorite image of or favorite context for the, oh no, I've lost my contact lens, is actually seeing a photo of a hockey game from the 80s or something, paused so they can search the ice for a player's contact lens.
Oh, that's my
Oh,
nightmare.
wow. Yeah.
There's something so beautiful about that. And
And so
How
is the
hard it
visual
would
then
be
just
to
a bunch of
see.
hockey players kind of
like from
crawl
both
around?
teams, and they're working together to find this lens on this impossible to distinguish sheet of ice. It's just
kind of pass a laser over it or something, see if it lights up.
right.
Yeah, I mean, like some of his one of his contact lenses is kind of like this light blue color. So if it depending on the surface, I can actually find it really quick. But he dropped the one that's the color of the floor today. So
Oh no.
you know, but we found it, so it's all good. I don't think we've ever had a point where we've like accidentally stepped on one or not found it. Like I know there was like one instance while we were standing outside the Japanese grocery store because they restricted how many people could get in, and on while he was standing out there, one came out and it like flew quite far, and like 6 different people helped us look for it, and we did finally find it, which was amazing. I really thought we'd have to give up on that one, but
It's really awesome. Parking lot seems like the worst place to lose it.
Oh yeah, no, parking lot is a terrible place to lose something like that. How you doing?
Good. All right. Hi.
Hey.
The wheels beside each other so we can actually both get back on there.
The wheels on the chair go side by side, side by side. Wait.
Welcome back, Beej's eyeball.
Yeah, better now that I get. Which is funny. It's not even the one that I look out of that often when I'm sitting at the computer here. So it's the ancillary eyeball currently.
I mean, you don't want your backups to go away.
Yeah.
Have we? You know, it's funny. I don't think maybe there's so many people watching they don't actually know that about me, that I don't look through the same eye. I can choose which one I look through. So right now I'm looking at you with my right eye, and now it's my left eye.
Yeah.
Now it's my right eye.
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay.
my left eye. So
That's really
that's
cool.
yeah. It's a really neat party trick, definitely. But it doesn't mean I can't see in 3 dimensions.
Isn't it? I mean, we all kind of. I say we all. I definitely have an eye that's dominant, and interestingly, it changes when I am in altered states.
Cool.
At least it seems to.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's not uncommon to have one eye dominant over the other, right?
Exactly. That's right. You do get to you do get to have people generally like, because if you're sighting on a rifle or something, people tend to be like, well, choose your dominant eye, and it's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, what feels most natural to you? Oh, I see. Okay, and then that's a way
it's
to
like,
figure it out. But
you have a dominant arm, but that doesn't mean you don't use your other arm, right? Like, oh yeah, you're talking about the hockey players who had to go find a contact lens.
That's so good. I mean, especially given how old that picture might be, that might have been like, that contact lens might cost that dude like $1,000 or something. So it's like, we got to find that.
You wouldn't want to be wearing glasses on the hockey field.
Yeah.
Right.
That's for sure.
I just love that it's both teams. It's the refs. They're just all in it. The game
Got to get back in the game. Yeah.
The game's been set aside for this one moment of humanity.
And I don't wear once a weeks or once a days or whatever they are. I wear hard contact lenses, Rose K lenses. If anyone's curious, is what is the manufacturer type, and they are they're tinted blue, or rather, this one's tinted blue. And because I kept ending up being tired at night when I was putting them away, if they were both tinted blue, I would forget which one. Because I would mess up which one I took out at what time, and then sometimes I'd end up within the wrong cups, and I put them in my eyes the next day. And because they're slightly different. They don't, and they are different shapes, right? They don't quite fit comfortably, and I could never figure out why. And then I would swap them back. I'm like, but is this more comfortable or not? I actually can't tell. And then I have to end up going to my optometrist, and he has to check them both. And he's like, yeah, you had them swapped. That's that's not a problem. And they usually put like a little pip on them. They usually have like a little dot that is like embedded inside the plastic, so you can't polish it off. The problem is that I also have what they call torics, which means that they essentially have a little tiny bit of extra plastic on them, so that they're a little heavier on one side, so they spin on your eye. So that the astigmatism it corrects for astigmatism, right? So because it has to do that, every time you blink, and this thing people don't really know is that when you blink, it actually can spin a contact lens, because you don't blink straight up and down. You kind of blink a little bit, like just a little bit sideways.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so the problem is that the torics then both have dots because of the weighted kind of thing. So they both look like they both belong in my right eye. So it's like, I don't know which one goes wherever. So when I got this one recently, and we were gonna have to get a new one anyway, I'm like, can you please dye it a different color? And I was hoping it was gonna be like, just dye it green or dye it yellow, or because they use blue because it's like, it's a thing that doesn't match anything else, and then that way you'll be able to see it. And he's like, the only way they dye them is they'll either dye them blue or they'll dye them gray. And I'm like, well, then dye this one gray. And he's like, you're not going to be able to see it. I said, I know, but if you dye them both blue, it's different than blue, right? If you can dye, give them blue stripes, then do that. I don't care. But no, it's like, it's going to be gray. And I'm like, fine. And yeah, the gray one, as we've seen, when you lose it, it's incredibly hard to find. You're mostly just looking for glints of the light off of this piece of plastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that one found a fold in your clothes or something.
Yeah.
I think it hit the floor.
I think it went through the fly in my pajama pants, and so when I pulled them off, that's when it came off. So it was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Had to remove that camera for visual reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me though is that the solution is not to just take a Sharpie and write L and R on them.
No, unfortunately not.
No,
this side up.
Then you could have an L and an R in your.
I kind of wish that they would actually, if because it sits along your iris, I'm like, why not make the dot actually look like an L, and the other one kind of look a little bit more like an R? But it'd be like an L and then a lowercase r, and I'd be like, well, I'm back at the same problem that I have no idea which one's which.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're a person that needs contacts, can you see that tiny before you put them in? You know,
you'd have to get real close to your eye, obviously.
You get a magnifying glass.
Yeah. It's why people get their faces so close to the ground when they're looking for the contacts.
Yeah.
I thought they just liked the ground a
I
lot.
thought that was to petition to Satan to release their contact lens.
Please,
I
fuck,
mean,
I
you,
need
you,
this
it's-
back.
you can do both at the same time. It's really efficient
I
that
don't
way.
want to drop another $300 on a tiny piece of plastic for my eyes.
Please, my Lord Satan, I need this contact lens back.
Yeah. And then I have to wait for my insurance to be like, no, you only get new anything every 2 years, new vision. Why would we cover vision for more than X amount of time for you? Like, and also, what do you mean? A pair of glasses now costs $720. We only cover $300 on our plan every 2 years. It's like, that's good.
What do we want to do?
Challenges, maybe we could look
Have
at
we
those.
looked at the challenges lately?
I sent you a message in Slack for kind of an old challenge, and maybe it's based on an in-joke that you weren't in the room for, but I think you'll catch on.
Might be that.
Maybe.
I think it's in the shift channel. Not
I'll go have a look. Oh yeah, I see that now.
How have I
I
had
see
a
it.
coffee before 3? That's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got loads of new challenges coming in though.
Okay, that's good.
We did that part.
Okay.
That you're
That's
looking at.
great. Okay. And I'm going to go back to the stage so that I have to scratch my eye now, but do it with my eyelid closed so the lens doesn't pop out.
I mean, the fact that it's only popped out once so far is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So far so good.
The terrifying thing is when I've been driving and I've been stopped.
Please don't tell me about that.
I stop at when I stop at like a stoplight or something, and then I my eye's itchy and I scratch my eye and then the thing pops out and I'm like, well, now I have to pull over to the side of the road and not move, and now I have to search my entire body, including a coat, without opening the car door, because the moment I introduce another environment, then it's gone to the world.
Yeah, probably dead.
Yep.
So I don't like listening to that part.
Oh, I know. You could put an Apple ID tag thingy on it.
Yeah, just get an air tag on
Yeah,
it. And
get an
that'll
air
definitely
tag
help
on
me
it.
find it.
You should do it on both of them just to be safe.
Right. Yeah. I think that would really help.